Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there teaching this work in truth and sincerity. And today, I'm just going to get into a lesson about making sure that we maintain being profitable servants unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, being blessed with the knowledge of this truth, and not letting the distractions and the things that we got going on as far as our daily lives get in the way of furthering pushing this truth. you know, since we're, in the year of the push, it's important to pretty much go to perfecting our talents and our ability as far as what the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has blessed us to administer and to teach this truth. So with that, I'm going to start off with this first scripture. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 22. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becometh unfruitful. Right, so basically, you got brothers out there that basically get into this thing, and then they start catching hell, and certain situations may arise in their life to where they pretty much start putting off basically being fully focused on pushing this truth, which is their first love. Basically they'll get distracted by certain things that's going on in their life, like it could be their jobs, or women that they're dealing with, or basically just things and cares of the world, and they get too focused on that rather than basically bringing about edification, because our mission is to pretty much bring out this truth so that the elect can be sealed. And while doing that, we're hoping to be part of the hopeful elect. So, it's always best to make sure that you maintain yourself in laboring in this thing, so that way you don't end up becoming unfruitful. And part of what happens is when you let those things distract you, you come to find that, maybe a couple of weeks went by since you may have did a lesson or did a video, Alright, so this is the next verse. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that heareth the word and understandeth it, which also beareth fruit and bringeth forth some 100-fold, and some 60, and some 30. Right, so you're gonna have brothers that labor in this thing that been built up in the knowledge, and basically they're gonna get that full increase to basically administer to other brothers, as far as whatever their spiritual gifts is, as far as prophecy, as far as teaching, as far as going into history, basically things that basically help build up and nourish the body, for the elect. And that's basically what we have to strive to do while we're in this. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. Right? Because pretty much like that's what it is when you're called into this truth. You're a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're no longer your own. So pretty much like as far as these distractions, or maybe afflictions that you may be going through, you know, that really is not really important as far as you focusing on your salvation. And part of that is making yourself a living sacrifice and putting this truth above everything. Alright, verse 2, it says, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." And that's something that we have to strive to do on a daily and consistent basis, is renewing our minds and being sanctified through the Spirit and through the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua continually, that you may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Alright, this is Matthew chapter 25, verse 14. "For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods." What are those goods? Basically, it's knowledge that they receive, And unto one he gave 5 talents, and another 2, and to another 1, and to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. So, each brother that's called into this thing, basically you have talents that the Most High, through Yahweh Shai, basically has given to you to basically be a medium to push this truth. And then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them 5 other talents. Right, so basically the brother who had 5 talents, capitalized on those talents, and basically they increased into 5 other talents, because he perfected, what was given to him as far as his knowledge is concerned. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is not. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Right, so, pretty much it goes back to, since you have this truth, what are you doing with it? You can't just be, sitting on it, Otherwise, you being a wicked servant, and pretty much that's when, when Yahweh Shai returns, you're going to be judged accordingly. And it's going to say further what's going to happen to an unfaithful servant. For unto everyone that hath it shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. So pretty much if you're not focusing on administering your gifts in His truth, pretty much the Lord could pretty much take you out of this thing, and pretty much you'll end up forgetting this knowledge, And this knowledge is a precious gift that it's not to be taken lightly, because the Lord bless you to be in on the mysteries of the kingdom. You know, otherwise you will end up going back to being the nigga that you was out in the world. And what happens from there? And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Right, that means basically you're going to receive destruction. And you ain't going to be saved at Yahushua is coming. And that's, what we want to avoid by making our calling and election sure. That we don't receive of those plagues. Alright. So, here's my last scripture. This is Matthew chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 3. And he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But other fell onto good ground, and brought forth But other fell into good ground, and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. Right? So, that's what we want. We want to basically come into that full increase as far as receiving this knowledge. Alright. So, with that, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And, basically this is just, an exhortation, for Akim out there, to basically maintain yourself as far as, being profitable and basically being active in this truth. So with that, I want to say Shalom.